writing process on this record has been probably one of the most exciting writing processes we've ever had, because it's this time around. I know it's so funny because every time we get asked this question, or every time this gets brought up, we always say we get more time, and it's so nice to have more time. But this time around is wild because not only have we been working on the songs for over a year, just demoing and having 20, 30 songs, but this time we have made a super record where we picked our favorite producers in each genre, to where the instruments are especially focused with writing with an instrumental producer. The vocals are especially focused on writing with a vocal producer, which we've never thought about doing a record like that.
I first met the guys from Miss May I in 2010. We played a show together, and my guitar had broke before we got on stage, and I needed a replacement, so they were kind enough to lend me a guitar. And then we were chatting, and we had recorded with the same producer, so we had that common tie, and we kind of hit it off, and we've been buds ever since.
We used to play shows with his local band at the time, so we already knew him a little bit. We knew he was a really great musician, and we felt like somebody that was closer to our age would be really, really great for the album, because he's growing in the music industry as well.
Nick is a phenomenal guitar player. Actually, I think he's just one of those guys, if you just hand him an instrument, he'll be better at it than you by the end of the day. He's just a phenomenal writer, and we can bring songs that we feel like are really beefed up, max potential songs, and show them to him, and he has a really great way of molding them and pushing them along. And
well, the last album, my role was more of an engineer's role, and Joey Sturgis handled most of the co-writing and production on the record. This time, I get to do the co-writing as well, so it was fun getting into like a lot of the guitar things with them and trying a bunch of new things stylistically for the band. And getting to write was a big difference between then and now.
Being able to have him engineer the guitar parts and the instruments, he thinks about music and instruments so much different than the normal person. And that's why we wanted that, because we feel he's the best instrumental producer for us. And he knows exactly what Miss May I wants to sound like. I like these three, just keeping them that way. Here, play it real quick. How do you go back? How do you go back? Is it this button?
Just this one.
Is this one? Did you hit this? I met with Drew months ago. We had a breakfast. I just wanted to feel if we vibed out and if we liked each other. And because having a producer is not just about the name and the resume. It's about the feeling and the vibes you have, because you need to be comfortable with that person. And we went out for breakfast and we hit it off. And I remember calling the guys, because they'd never met Drew. So I'm over here in Hollywood. Guys, this is the guy I want to go to. And they're like, we've never met him. Are you sure you want to go to him? Like, I don't know if you should do this. I'm like, I'm telling you, I'd make a lot of dumb decisions, I know, but this is the guy who has to do the vocals.
Yeah, so Nick Sampson and I are co-producing the record together, and it was, I don't know if he's ever co-produced a record, but I haven't. So from the very beginning, we didn't really know how it would go, whether it would be less of a struggle or more of a struggle than we expected, but Nick's great at what he does. He's very hands-on on the details of the music, and he's very hands-on with the instrumental approach and things that I'm not usually focusing on as much, whereas I'm kind of thinking about vibes, and I'm kind of thinking about like the overall energy of the song and the vocals and the this and that, and I kind of just let him do his thing, and it turned out great. We go back and forth and we trade notes and thoughts and ideas, and now that we're in the vocal stage, it's the exact same thing. He lets me do my thing. He has that trust that I had for him, and we turn it over, and any notes that he has, we just go back and forth and refine, and it's been a pretty easy process so far.
Working with Drew has been really cool, because Drew didn't want us to do anything without him. Drew wanted us to write all of the lyrical content together, write all the melodies together, and that was a little nerve-wracking. I think I mentioned that in Michigan, that was a little nerve-wracking for me because it was different. But it's actually working out way better than I thought it would. It's taking longer than we expected it to, but sometimes stuff just takes a little bit longer to get a higher quality product out.
Doing the record and the vision for the record was never about writing great metal songs or great metalcore songs. It was just focusing on writing timeless songs that fit who they were and kind of push them out a little bit to the left or to the right. But no matter what, the songs had to be at a great level, otherwise they wouldn't make the record.
Me and Drew sat and listened to the demos from the guys, and we started doing some roughs and stuff. And when we sent back to the guys, they were like, oh my God, this is the best stuff we've ever done. And that was just scratch demos, not including what we're doing right now. So yeah, I felt he was the best for the vocals. And he's such a young, thirsty producer. He wants to go for it as much as we want to go for it. And he's done some of our Motionless in White and Crown the Empire. Those are some good friends of ours, and he's made immaculate records for them. And we just can't wait to see what he pulls together for us.